Hello, everybody, and welcome. Lisa here. And today, or tonight rather, I'm joined by little Kitty. She knows when I'm going to be talking to you, don't you? Because she kind of like follows me around. But generally, ragdolls do like to keep you company. So they do like to follow you around from room to room. So hello and welcome. Now, I didn't think I was going to get on and do this live tonight. I'm not going to lie, because we are going on holiday in the morning. We are being picked up at 7:30 a.m. Kitty, and as normal Lisa fashion, I haven't packed a thing. So yes, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? So I have all the packing to do. To be honest, Jed is amazing at packing. So we will pack together. Started sorting out some toiletries and got a few little bits out. The cases are out. Kitty is just absolutely chilling here. Look at her. She's a little beauty, isn't she? So yes, thank you for joining me on this live. I have had a few people dip in and out, but I currently don't have anybody watching. So if you're watching on catch up, I don't know if many people do really watch again on the live stream. A few did last week. I think I probably had maybe about 20 or 30 people watch when I was on the live. And then after, I think it's up to like something like 122 now. Anyway, something like that. So Kitty's just purring away here. We haven't seen you all day, have we? I've been at work today. Jed's been at work, and we have just been out for something to eat because we are just so disorganized. It's unbelievable. So we have just been, I'm going to show you. I took a little picture of what I had to eat. It was quite good actually. We went to what are you going now? Sit there. We went to Hickory Smokehouse, which is like not far from our house. It's a couple of minutes. And I had two sides. So I had the Cobb salad, and I think it was called dirty ribs or something like that. So it was absolutely gorgeous. So that was my dinner this evening. So tonight it's going to be quite a short live, quite a little quickie for you. And I thought we would talk about I don't know, can everyone hear me okay? If there is anybody listening. Um because I don't know if my sound's working. I think it is. I don't really like the quality of this live. I'm going to have to try and figure out wiring a camera up for it, whether I use the DJ Pocket 3 or whatever I use. I'm going to have to kind of figure that out. Next week's live, hopefully I'll do it again, and it will be from the beautiful island of Lanzarote. So yes, we are off to Lanzarote in the morning, and this evening I thought I would have a little chat with you about food when you're on holiday, because it can be quite tricky and quite challenging at times. Oh, was that the cat going in or out? I think Jed was going to bring me a coffee. That is the cat. She just lets herself in and out of rooms. As long as the doors open a little bit and she can wedge her paw in, she can get in and out of rooms. She's really funny. So yes, hello and welcome. If you are new here, hi, hello. My name is Lisa, and if you are a returning viewer, then welcome back. What are you up to? So you may have followed my channel because you may have been interested in me vlogging about taking a weight loss injection called Manjaro, which I took for 11 months. And that included going on holiday and all sorts of things. I lost 3.5 stone, and I'm currently trying to maintain that. It is tricky, it is really difficult. So anyway, let's talk about going on holiday and how we're going to try and like navigate that through the next week. So my plan is that I'm going to try and stick to 2 meals a day, because that's kind of what I do now. I get up in the morning, have a couple of coffees. I tend to sort of, after when I get to work, if I'm working, then I will kind of not have milk in my coffee. And then in the afternoons I have cordial. And that's kind of the same at home as well. She likes to see herself, don't you, on the screen? She likes looking. So yeah, I kind of drink coffee with milk before I leave the house, and then when I get to work, coffee without milk, and then I tend to have cordial in the afternoon. So on holiday, I'm going to be drinking lots of cordial. That will be my first stop, will be to get some Diet Cokes and some cordial from a supermarket, because we are staying with a friend of mine called Jackie, a friend of ours rather, in Playa Blanca. And so yes, really looking forward to that. So the good thing about that is it's not all inclusive. And we will probably do a little bit of cooking, and yeah, it just depends how you feel, doesn't it, on holiday? Because I think you can get into some bad habits of just like the all you can eat buffet and thinking, well, I paid for it, I'm gonna have it. Or one of Jed's favorite sayings are, um, the more you eat, the cheaper the cruise. Well, that's if you're on a cruise anyway, or an all inclusive. So yeah, we're gonna have to try and be really conscious, or cautious, conscious of how much we're eating, really, because you can tend to treat yourself a little bit on holiday. And for me, it's kind of like the ice creams here and there, because the cakes aren't particularly like amazing. So, that's not really, it's not really something I worry about, because the cakes in sort of Spain are a bit rubbish. But however, ice cream is lovely. So, and the garlic prawns and the bread, that is my problem area. So we're gonna have to just try and narrow it down a little bit. Here is the man himself now with a little coffee for me. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you very much.
I forgot what you had to ask me for.
My red diary, but pink diary, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The other thing I was going to talk about is my diary for 2026 has arrived. Go on, you get down. She's just all over the place. Cat fluff everywhere. So yes, my diary for 2026 has arrived, and I am a big planner. I love a paper diary. Tell me how you like to keep yourself accountable, because I do sort of keep notes in my phone. That is not the ghost of the house. That is Kitty going in and out the door. I like to keep myself accountable in two ways. I have everything on my diary on my calendar on my phone, and I sort of keep things like doctor's appointments and just sort of general things that I'm inclined to forget a little bit. If I think of something late at night and think I must do that tomorrow, like pick up a prescription, I tend to put that on the diary on my phone. And then the diary, my kind of day to day or week to week diary, is for sort of bigger plans, like for the week. So if I'm planning, like social media things, or my work, so I'll be like blocking out particular days. Oh, your little star. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to show it you in a minute. It's gorgeous. I love it. So yes, I would kind of plan differently using my diary. Now this is quite big. I think that's probably about an A4 size, and this diary is from it's called the Perfect Planner, and I've had this diary, well, not this exact one, but one from this company pretty much for the last 4 years, I think. The first year I got it, it came in, it was called the Business Box subscription that I used to get. And it came as part of that the first year, and then I've had it for 3 years after that. And then this is the one for next year. So the thing that I love about it, I'll just show you a couple of little pages in it. I mean, it's not till January. However, I don't know about you, but I do tend to start planning my year in November for next year. And I've got some big goals for next year. So it's going to take quite a lot of planning and breaking all of that down into smaller, achievable goals. So yeah, so let me show you. This is kind of what, I don't know if it's gonna be, oh, there we go. So it's broken down into sort of, oh, let me go this way a little bit. Might go, I don't know if you can see that really. Probably it's not very good. It's all a bit blurry, isn't it? Okay, so anyway, there's a top section and it's got the 3 top priorities for each day. So 2 pages is basically a week. We've got a little section here which has got all kind of like targets and things for emails, weekly goals, celebrating the wins and things that you're grateful for. And then there is a column for each day with times on from like 6 a.m. up to 10 p.m. at night. And yeah, so you've got a couple of weeks. And the thing that I like about this particular is that you have got some prompts at the beginning of each month. So we've got at the beginning of the book, there's a reflection for last year, like a review. I've been having a little read through and thinking about different things that I can write in there now. A brain dump for kind of getting everything out of your brain. There's a lot going on in my brain, let me tell you. And then a word for the year, and then your reason for your why. So I think there's just loads financial overview, and then this is the page that I like, which is your weekly routine. Let me just try and get that in the middle there. So you have a column for each day and something that would happen the same on each day. So for example, I always work Tuesday and Wednesday and half day Thursday. Well, I might not next year if I don't get kept on. But I've had my probationary review at work, and that's gone really well. And I also then had a chat with my boss, who said that they've put in an application to try and keep my job for next year. So if I get kept on, that's great. There is talk about me dropping from 2.5 days to 2 days a week. And if I don't get kept on, then I think I might like to try and develop my YouTube channel a bit more and spend a little bit more time on here, because I just feel like I don't have enough time with everything else. But I really enjoy it, and I really love creating the content. I've learned so much since in the last year with this channel. I've had this channel since July. I've had it longer. I've had the channel probably since 2023. Excuse me, I'm just gonna itch my nose. I'm still full of a cold. This is, I don't know what day I'm on now. I'm on something like day 12 or day 13 of feeling absolutely rotten. There was a point this afternoon where I was thinking, oh, I haven't got time for this live tonight, but I'm like, no, I'm committed. I've got to get on and I've got to come on and do this. So yes. So my job, I might get kept on if the funding is still available, and if I don't, then I'm going to develop more time into this YouTube channel. And I have been approached to do some other sort of consultancy work. If you don't know, I during the pandemic, sorry, my nose is so itchy. I need a tissue. Bear with me while I go to the loo. I've only got 2 people watching, but if you're still here when I get back, thank you very much for staying. Kitty, what are you doing? But I just desperately need a little cough. Right. Okay. I'm back. Hello. Thank you for sticking with me. Who have we got watching? We've got Mia. Hello, Lisa. So glad to catch your live. Is your sweet Kitty around? She's beautiful. She is. I'll get her for you. She's just down here nibbling some plastic, aren't you? So Mia has said, how's it going being off the jab? Do you know what? It's going okay. Apart from it being snowed under with like the flu this last week. It's been that, but I just feel like you go off your food a little bit anyway, don't you? So as far as this week's been concerned, it's been quite easy. The food noise does come back, I'm not gonna lie. It just comes back with an absolute wallop. Um, but I think you just got to try and get into your groove of the habits that you like, what you like doing. Like I said before, I've kind of not drinking coffee all day, and if I do, I'm having it black. Have a couple with milk in the morning, and then I have I have black coffee sort of in work, and then cordial all afternoon. Kitty do you know what? She does this thing with her back legs like a little bit like a rabbit. She's been on her own all day. Everyone's been out, so when we come in, she just likes to follow you around a little bit, and don't you? But do you know what? She loves her own space, but she wants to be with you. It's a bit strange, really. So how am I off the jabs? It's okay. Would I ever go back on it again? I don't know. I did have them patches that I think I showed you last week. I can honestly say that, oh no, not last week, it was the week before. They have made absolutely no difference at all to me. Um, and I think because I wasn't well, I just kind of like forgot about it. So when I come back off my holiday, I will carry on and try them again. Will they make any difference? I don't know. I don't know anybody that they've worked for, but I just thought, you know what, I'll give them a go. There's Kissy having a little look on the side. Mia, I've lost 147 pounds. My gosh, that is amazing. And want to lose 250 pounds. I started physical therapy today and my muscles, and I've been throwing fits. Oh, bless you. What's the cordial? Where are you watching from, Mia? Let me know. So cordial is like a concentrated orange juice. It's got no calories in it, or very like only a couple, and we put it in in a glass with like water, and we fill it up, and you can get it in all different flavors. So sometimes if you've watched any of my other videos where I've kind of done my little Monday shopping haul where I go to the supermarket, I always like to try and buy a different cordial. So it's like it's you can get it like blackcurrant and apple. Ah, my gosh, Indiana, USA. Well, welcome, you're very welcome here. Let me know what time it is there. It is 8:15 in the evening here in the UK. So yeah, you can get it in all different flavors. It's like my favorite is orange and pineapple. Um, but yeah, you can get all different things. It's really lovely. I've drunk it since I was a kid. I'm 53 now. And I still do love a glass of cordial. So yeah, that's kind of my go-to daytime drink, really. I'm just having a coffee now. Jed has just brought me a coffee up. This is his mug. Bless him. He's just brought me that up now. Like I say, I think you do the best meal shops. Ah, thank you. 2:30 in the afternoon. I work 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, what do you do? Goodness me. Um, Flipping heck. I have absolutely no clue, so you'll have to enlighten me what you do. If there's anybody else watching, do give me a little comment and let me know where you're watching from, what time it is where you're watching. Kitty is trying to get on top of all these boxes. So in this room, it's a bit of a mess, I won't lie. Um, are you doing well with your exercise club? Yes and no. I love it and I really feel like I'm in the zone. However, um, I haven't been for 2 weeks because of the flu, and also because of my hand. And so I have really bad arthritis in my left hand, in my left thumb. I have it in both hands, but particularly my left thumb. Kitty's just put her tail in my coffee. But particularly everything's gonna fall down. Get off there. Oh, do you know what she's after? She loves packing peanuts. So this is my kind of like I sell on eBay and Vinted, and this is kind of like my packing room, and she knows she loves it in here. She loves to chew bubble wrap. So the bubble wrap's under this table here, and where she's sat. And then the packing peanuts are up there, and the cardboard boxes. She loves to chew plastic. So yeah, this is kind of like she loves it when I come in here. She absolutely loves it. Um, Cat hair everywhere. I'm just gonna blow it. So yes, well, what were we talking about then? I've completely gone off on a tangent, which is complete normal me. So yes, going away in the morning, haven't packed a thing. We're being picked up at 7:30 a.m. And yeah, do you know, it's totally normal for me. I'm a real last minute packer. And if I haven't got it, I haven't got it, and we'll do our best. We are staying with my friend Jackie in her villa in Playa Blanca, and Jackie lives on a beautiful island in the Canaries called Lanzarote. and it's a volcanic island. We lived there for 16 years, and it's gorgeous. Can't wait to go and have a real chill. So, so yes, this is going to be the first holiday I think I've had. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think since when. It's got to be well over a year, year and a half. Stopped taking the Manjaro when we came back from Lanzarote, which was probably about 2 months ago. Was it the end of June, middle of June, stopped taking it. So this is the first holiday for an awful long time where I haven't been on the jabs. So this is going to be a little bit of a test, really. However, I am trying to think about those 2 meals a day and just not go back to like old habits of having like breakfast, lunch, and dinner because it's kind of too much. Um, I pack medical instruments for the biggest medical orthopedic company in town. I put them in boxes or tubes and send them out to distribution, and you enjoy it. Lovely. That sounds really good. Um, Jackie has been a travel companion for a long, yeah, she has. Um, are you using ChatGPT again? Do you know what? I used it the other day to say what kind of videos should I be making. I haven't forgotten. You just asked me about the gym. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. I'm going to go back to that if I remember. Um, and yes, so me and Jackie and my husband Jed and Jackie's husband, we used to go on holiday a lot. Unfortunately, this time last year, August, Jackie's husband had a massive stroke and collapsed in the shower, and unfortunately he passed away a couple of days later. So we were absolutely devastated, heartbroken because my husband is well was Jackie's husband's best friend, and we would stay with them a couple of times a year. So yeah, absolutely heartbroken for Jackie. And she was in the middle of moving house. She still came on holiday with us, and we have been on holiday with them like a number of times. So yes, going and staying with Jackie is just basically going and staying with like my best friend, really. Well, she is one of my best friends. And so she's just said to me tonight, make sure Jeb packs his work shorts because she's got loads of jobs for him. So like I say, she has bought a house, moved house. When we came back from our holiday in February with Jackie, when we went to Asia, we went on 3 nights in Singapore, and then we did a cruise. And then we came back. She had pneumonia. We were all ill, and then she moved house at the end of that month. How she did it, I honestly don't know. She's been really poorly in the summer, but she is amazing. So you know what? She'll probably let me do a live around the house when I'm there next week. So keep tuned, and I'll might send you some little pictures or put them in like the community tab of Jackie's beautiful house. So yes, Jed's going to pack his shorts, and he's got loads of jobs. So putting up pictures, shelves, probably doing a bit of painting, a few bits here and there. So yes, looking forward to that. Oh, we've got a couple of comments. So we've got is that Laura's 441. Hi, just stopped with a cuppa while waiting for dinner to finish cooking. Ooh, what you having? We just went out and I had a little salad and some of these sticky rib things. Not like beefy ribs, but what are they called, ribs? What are they called? Here's my menopause brain. Just whatever I've just had to eat has just gone out my brain. They were sweet corn, like things cut. I just showed everybody before, but I'll show you again. They were like these little sweet corn kernels cut into four, and then they had like a gorgeous sticky sort of sauce on it. It was gorgeous, and that was my little Cobb salad. Two little starters. So yeah, I was good. I was good. Um, ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT the other day, what kind of content are people searching for when they're going on holiday to Lanzarote, and what are people interested in watching? And it came up with lots of ideas, but one in particular, I thought that is really good. Gonna have a little sip of my coffee. Bear with. Don't know if you could hear that little ping then. So, um, one of the things that it said to do was to film on like a compilation of different beaches in Lanzarote. So because it is a volcanic island, the beaches are quite different all over, to be honest with you. So Porto del Carmen Beach, which is the Grand Playa, which is Porto del Carmen is the main holiday resort that's kind of been going the longest, really. Apart from like the Arrecife, which is the capital, which is where all the shops are, you've got Porto del Carmen, which sometimes is often referred to as like the Strip, the Golden Mile. And that was the first place that I lived when I lived there, and I had two bars on the Avenida Las Playas. So that is kind of one of my favorite beaches, and one of the reasons for this is because my parents lived in Lanzarote when we lived there. And I kind of spent a lot of time with my dad because of the bars. So sometimes we might have gone to do the cash and carry and we'd be sort of driving along. And I always remember him saying to me once, as we drove like from sort of the airport along the Avenue Las Palmas, it's one way, so you haven't really got much choice. But as you're driving down in the distance, you got the beach on your left, shops and everything on the right, and then you can just see like the mountains and the different in the distance. And my dad said to me one day, and I always remember this, and he said, it's like looking at a different picture every day because it always looks different. There's always different people in the picture, depending where the sun is or the clouds, and they cast shadows on the mountains in the distance. He said it always looks different. And I kind of always remembered that, and I kind of like treasure that little memory. So the Grand Playa Beach for me holds special memories because that's kind of like what looks familiar to me. A busman's holiday, yeah. It's a little bit. I don't mind. I actually do some work for Jackie as well. So I also do a little bit of freelance social media work. So Jackie is a wedding celebrant, and she hates social media. She hates writing all the posts for everything. So a couple of years ago, kind of during the pandemic, I kind of took over her social media and doing all her writing of her posts and coordinating all of them and making them all look pretty and sound pretty. So it's quite nice. Anyway, we will have a little bit of a sit down, a brainstorm about where we're kind of going for the next sort of 6 months, and we have a little bit of a chat about all different things like that. So yes, I do some freelance work for Jackie. Um, okay, so fridge frittata minus the potato. Cook new spuds needing to use up, so in the oven as mini roasties. Oh, that sounds lovely. I've got to be honest, I don't put the oven on very much anymore because I'm an absolute convert to the air fryer, but I am having problems with my left hand lifting the tray up because of my thumb. So I'm having to swap everything and try and do everything with my right hand at the minute. Are you still doing well with the Weetabix? Do you know what? I haven't been eating as much of it anymore. But I do really love it. And we call it, or I call it, the bowl of goodness. So sometimes my daughter's called Layla. So Layla has lots of friends always coming and going in the house. You know, sometimes they'll just turn up, or they've had the tea, or they want a little bit of a snackety snack kind of thing. Or like for dessert of a night, my husband could eat dessert all the time. And he'll have his tea and he'll go, "What's for afters?" And I go, "I don't do afters, you do afters." However, have started doing these bowls of goodness, and they're basically, um, I think it's called Farge, the yogurt, the Greek yogurt, fat free. So 100 mils weighed out, 100 grams rather, not mils, is about 50 something calories, 54 calories. And then on that, I put like half a Weetabix. But now I've been crumbling them and putting them in a pot, and I put them on the scales, and I just sprinkle a few bits on. And then I normally have raspberries, blueberries, half an apple. So if there's two of us having it, the bowl of goodness, then we'll put half an apple on each one. And then I kind of sometimes I'll put like it's like a bit of a drizzle of like mango coulis, and I mix that in with the yogurt first. So I'll put like the yogurt, the mango coulis, but not a lot, like 5 or 10 mils, and then the fruit, the crumbled Weetabix, and the crumbled Weetabix that I get from um Tesco is the high protein one. You don't need to have high protein one. Really, it's just because it keeps you fuller for longer, I think. Not that I may notice that much different. And then I have like a little drizzle of honey on the top, about 5 mils. I've made this so many times that I don't need to weigh it now, to be honest with you. Um, Sometimes if I don't have the raspberries and the blueberries, I just put apple on. I have a whole apple. And I also have this in work as well. They're all used to me in work with this bowl of goodness. It's absolutely hilarious. But it does fill you up and it does sort of keep you away from them like afternoon naughties. Like when that 2 o'clock thing hits you and you're just like, oh, I could just do something to eat now. So yeah, I do keep a bowl of the yogurt, like a big tub of the yogurt in the fridge in work, and then I take a few bits here and there. But yeah, I still do have the bowl of goodness, and everyone who comes around, they all know about the bowl of goodness, and they go, "What we having on it?" And I do have some extra things. So when like Layla's friends do come, I do have little treats and things, like from Tesco, you can get like little chocolate sprinkles, or we also have the drizzle peanut sauce that Jed really likes as well. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to blow my nose again, or just it's just this cold. Cannot get rid of it. Um, so hello everyone, and wherever you're watching from, thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, if you've got any questions for me, pop them in the chat. I'll probably only stay on another 10 minutes because I haven't done my packing. And I need to go do that and sort of get on from the holiday. I've been on half an hour already. Honestly, I don't know what I chat about. Absolute waffle. Um, I don't know if we have something comparable here in the USA, but I do love high protein granola. The cookie butter flavor, that sounds amazing. And I use with a big seed variety mix. Yeah, like I was buying them expensive granolas, and my trainer at the gym, Anna, she was like, "You don't need all of that, like try and cut them calories down." I don't know. Do you not have Weetabix? I just thought that was a standard everyone has. Something else that's quite similar to it, is it called shredded wheat? I don't really eat that, but I don't know if that's something a bit similar. But yeah, your granola. I also sometimes like some crushed cashew nuts on, or some pine nuts, but you've got to be careful with them because they can be quite high in calories as well. You've got a combi microwave using a convection mode, so it's a mini oven. Ooh, that sounds good. Um, Farge is pronounced. Oh, Foyer. You're right. Do you know what? I saw an advert on the telly the other day for it, and I and I thought, gosh, that's how they pronounce it. I do remember now. Yeah, thank you there for reminding me about the Foyer. I do think Farge sounds nice though. I do think that sounds quite good. So yes, that is where I'm up to this week. Haven't really done that much. Saturday, we had tickets to go and watch Graham Norton in Manchester at the Manchester Soul, what's it called? The Lowry. No, the Media City place. However, I was so poorly. I couldn't go. I just was not well at all. And I thought, it's not fair, is it really, to be sitting in an audience like sniffing and pretending you're having a great time when you just feel like absolute rubbish. So we didn't go to that. Last night we did go out, and I'm feeling much better, I'll be honest. It's just kind of like lingering, this cold now. We went to the Liverpool Playhouse in Liverpool, which is about 50 minutes, an hour drive from our house. And we watched a show called The Last Laugh. God, it was amazing. Now, if you're not from Britain, the UK, this is probably going to make absolutely no sense to you at all. But we have these three comedians who are passed away now. One's called Tommy Cooper. I think he died in about 1984, and he was a kind of clown, funny guy who used to wear like a fez. And then there was Eric Morecambe. He died the same year, but I think about a month later. Morecambe and Wise, you might have heard of him. And then also Bob Monkhouse, who was a comedian, and he was the host of like lots and lots of game shows. And he died, I think it was in the 90s. I'm not sure exactly when he died. So this show was a stage show. It was an hour and 15 minutes, and it was basically about it was like they were all in the dressing room having a conversation, but it wasn't a true story, but it was, honestly, it was just really, really good. I'm gonna see if I can get a photograph. to show you what they look like, because this, if you are from Britain, the UK, I don't know if you will it, there we go. So that's Tommy Cooper in the middle, Eric Morecambe on this side here, this side, and then Bob Monkhouse. Bob Monkhouse was one of my favorite comedians, but they were absolutely incredible, these three actors. They were really, really great. It was such an incredibly well written piece of theatre. So it was an hour and 10 minutes, and then there was an interval, and you could ask any questions, write them down, pop them in a hat, and then they came back on, sat on the stage, and answered all the questions. Honestly, it was really brilliant. If you ever get the chance to watch this show, then watch it. It started off kind of in the Fringe, Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and I think last year, and they've made it into a show. Honestly, I would love to go back and see. It was such a special piece of theatre. It was really, really good. So yes, that's kind of been my week really. We had a bit of a quiet weekend, just potted, did a few bits, few jobs in the garden. Nothing really exciting. Ironing, cleaning up at home, tidying, that's it. And yeah, I really must go and do my packing. Let's see if we've got any little last questions before I go. If you go to the international section in a large supermarket, you may find Weetabix. I know you can get them for a price in Canada. Ah, that's a really good call. Yeah. I do love the international sections in our supermarkets here. I do like having a little bit of a look sometimes if I can be bothered. I'm not really like, I can't spend hours in the supermarket. I think my brain just sort of goes off on a tangent. But if I'm in the mood, I do like having a little bit of a look. And I'm really in the mood at the minute for autumn. I'm really like, I'm really sort of feeling it. I think it's because my birthday is in the winter, and I do, not that I like the depths of winter, but I do really enjoy those like TV programs. You know, love Traitors, absolutely love it. And Strictly was back on Saturday. Come here, you. Come and say bye to everyone. So yeah, Strictly was back on Saturday, so I had my resumed position Saturday evening with my feet up watching the telly. However, I'm going to miss it for 2 weeks, but I'll watch that when I come back. And the other thing I'm going to talk about before I go, one last thing. Oh, you grew up watching Morecambe and Wise, me too. Absolutely love it. And you know, I felt really emotional watching it. Um, like I haven't seen a piece of theatre like that for such a long time. It was really, really good. What was I going to say then? Brain just went off on a tangent again. I'll have a little coffee and see if I can remember. Ah, you coming to say bye to everyone? Hey, I'm covered in cat hair. Um, that is the price you pay for having a white cat. But there we go. Anyway, might look at Ipswich or Colchester. Yeah. Oh, sewing bee. That was it. That was the other thing that I was going to talk about. Oh, I've become obsessed. I've never watched sewing bee before. I do volunteer at the theatre on a Sunday, and I work in the wardrobe department. It's a couple of hours on a Sunday morning, and it's basically kind of like we're looking for the costumes for the next show. Well, we're kind of always like 3 shows in advance. We're either putting costumes away, fixing things, mending things, looking for things, dressing people, sorting out wigs or whatever. But I love it. And I'm not particularly a good maker. I don't make things, but I'm good at sourcing and looking for things like that. Um, anyway, so I kind of started watching bits of like Sewing Bee like halfway through the latest series, which is series 11. And I kind of started like, then I went on the iPlayer and watched like I went back and started watching it all, you know, all through. And then I ended up watching the final the day after. So I think if you live abroad, you can't get iPlayer, but I think you can watch it on YouTube. So if you put in the Great British Sewing Bee, you've got Patrick, who's an absolute giant. He's like 6'4", I think. I actually met him with my mum when we went to the Southport Flower Show. Not not this year, but the year before. and we kind of like bumped into him and we were chatting with him and he was lovely. And he's a tailor from like Savile Row, and he's got all sort of places all over the country and probably the world. He's lovely. And then you've got Esme, who is a fashion designer, and she has made clothes for um Bridget Jones's Diary, and all sorts of famous people. Anyway, I'm absolutely bought in now to Sewing Bee. So I have gone back to the beginning and started watching Sewing Bee from series one, and then following and stalking all these people on Instagram, because I do like a bit of Instagram. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So next thing I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna be on series two very soon. Come here, you. Come and say bye to everyone. Come on, we're going. We've got to go and do some packing because I haven't done anything yet, and the taxi's coming in the morning. Mwah. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me and the beautiful Kittylicious. And I hope you've enjoyed this little live. Please don't forget to comment, even if you've watched after. Drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching and when you're watching. And I promise I'm going to try and do some better videos this week for you. And I'm going to schedule another live in for next Wednesday. And you know, you never know what's going to pop up next on my channel. Honestly, you don't. Oh, I'm in the market to get a sewing machine. Any suggestions? Joss Sleep Slim. Channel in the GALP1 community. She's suggested a Singer heavy duty machine as she is a new sewing student. I've got a sewing machine. It is Singer, I think. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I'll take a picture and I'll pop it in the community bit or the post, whatever it is. I hemmed my daughter's jeans last week because her jeans, she's 5'2", Layla. She's only little. And she says to me, Mum, are all your jeans not too long for you? And I said, Layla, I'm 5'5", 5'6" nearly. I said, you're 3.5 inches shorter than me. So anyway, she had this massive pair of like jeans that were like flared. So I did get the sewing machine out and fix them. And now I've got another pair to fix for her. So I don't know, to be honest. I've had my sewing machine a long time. I bought it in Lanzarote. So I've probably had it, absolutely donkey's years. And I don't do an awful lot on it, but I'm feeling inspired, and I have no idea what's coming. My poor husband's like, whatever is coming next. Oh no, thank you very much for joining me, and I've had a lovely evening, and thank you very much. I'm gonna end the stream now, and me and Kitty are going to go and finish my coffee. We're going to do some packing, and she is going to keep out of the suitcases because she keeps jumping in them, hoping to be packed to come with us to Lanzarote, but she can't come. So thank you very much, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bye, Kitty. You good girl, aren't you? Hey.